Good morning all of you. So students, in the previous two videos we discussed about the various type of inequalities that are prevailing in our society. We studied inequality on the three bases. What were they? Prejudices, stereotypes and discrimination. We also discovered, children, that inequality in any form is not good for the society and it is very necessary to control these inequalities. So children, in today's video we are going to study about how we can control this inequality, how the government and we as a people of a country can contribute in making India totally equal for all. So children, let's start. As you all know, the struggle for freedom from the British rule also included the struggle of large groups of people who not only fought against the British rule, children, but also fought to be treated more equally, like Dalits, women's, tribals, peasants. They all fought for the inequalities that they experienced throughout their life. The fight against inequalities prevalent in Indian society was started much before the making of the Constitution of India. For example, many Dalits, they organized themselves to gain entry into the temples. Women demanded that they should get equal rights in the field of education as the men got it. Peasants and tribal, they fought for the high interest they were charged. They fought for getting themselves free from the grasp of money lenders. So children, in one or the other form, everybody was fighting for their equality. When India became independent in 1947 and our leaders, they set out to frame the constitution for independent India, they took special measures to remove inequalities and discrimination of all kinds. That means our constitution makers, they wanted India to be equal for all, and while framing the constitution, which was to be followed by the entire country, they tried their best to remove these inequalities and discriminations. Like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. You are very well aware of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He was the chairman of drafting committee he worked on the Constitution of India. He himself has faced a lot of social discriminations and fought against it. So, equality of all persons, children, was the true aim of the Indian Constitution. The Constitution of India clearly states that everyone is equal before the law. The Indian legal system protects the fundamental rights of every citizen, and to fully implement the right to equality, people of all castes should rise above the prevailing caste system. हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने जो हमें राइट टू इक्वालिटी का फंडामेंटल राइट दिया है, to make it true in our country, to make everyone equal in the country, children, it is very easy, it is very important that all the people, all the citizens of the country should rise above the caste system. They should rise above the inequalities and treat everyone equally. Our constitution recognizes that India is a land of many languages, religions and cultures, and children, in order to protect this diversity and to ensure opportunities to all the citizens, it is very important to maintain equality for all. And this can be done in various forms. So let's find out how we can make equality in the country. So here are some of the provisions of Constitutions of India that can help us to maintain, that can help us to achieve equality in the country. Let's see what are they one by one. The very first one is untouchability has been abolished by the law. You all are aware of the practice of untouchability. So our constitution has removed it completely so that everybody should be treated equally. Second one is fundamental rights has been provided to the people to secure them freedom and equality. We all have been provided with various fundamental rights so that everybody can enjoy freedom and equality. Third is all citizens are to be treated equal before the law. In the eyes of law, each and every person is equal. No one is superior and no one is inferior. Next is, it is also a fundamental right to all the citizens to move in the court in the case their fundamental rights have been violated. And this is also a fundamental right provided to the people of the country, that if any of your fundamental right is being violated, if anybody is not providing you the freedom, you have the right to directly move to the court and fight for your rights. Next, the government is responsible to provide the poor and other discriminated groups in the society with sufficient opportunities of education and employment. Like you all know, government has made education necessary for certain group of children, and they have been providing free education for the children whose parents cannot afford it. So it is the responsibility of the government कि जो ग्रुप्स, जो पीपल बहुत पुअर हैं या बैकवर्ड हैं, who are not able to afford opportunities for themselves, the government should make it available to them either free or at the lowest cost. And the last but not the least, children, the government is also authorized to take special steps to protect the right of women, children, and other societies that are subject to discrimination. The various groups that are discriminated in the society, the government is also authorized, the government has also been given the responsibility to protect the rights of those social groups. So children, however, even today discrimination continues to exist in different forms of the society. Discrimination has not completely abolished from the society. Even after so many things our constitution has done, discrimination still exists in one or the other forms in the society. Thus, we should avoid creating prejudices and stereotypes, children, to make the world a better place for everyone. In the chapter, you saw that how prejudices and stereotypes can create lots of discriminations in the country. So it's the high time the people should stop creating prejudices and stereotypes. And children, as informed and aware citizens of the country, each one of us must strive to achieve the democratic values which have been enlisted in our constitution, because only people's struggle and positive actions by the government can make this a reality for Indians. Only their struggles and practices of the government can make India a truly equal country for all its citizens.